All right, y'all. So this is a true interesting story. And I told you guys in a previous video I was going to talk about this. This is the video I was talking about. I didn't say what it was about. I want to give you all a true story. And the thumbnail is symbolic of the mindsets of black women and white women. Now, here's some reality. And I can say black men and white men as well. Now, for all of the white people who are not racist, who don't believe in segregation, who don't want segregation, who will marry outside of their own nationality and ethnicity and all of that, and they don't, for all of those people, they understand this. For those that get offended, fuck you, because you're just who I'm talking about. For the black people that get offended, fuck you too. You're just who I'm talking about. Let's begin. I used to work at this place some years ago. There was a chick named Amber, okay, white girl. There was a black chick named Tish. Okay, her name was Letitia. We called her Tish for short. Tish was a puppet. I want to show you how crazy, how really deeply rooted fear, ignorance, and its inferiority complex is. Amber was a show-off. She lived in Morris Plains, New Jersey. Excuse me. Amber lived in Essex County, East Orange, New Jersey. So what happened was this. Amber was renting out an apartment, and at the time, right, the apartments is like $3,500, right? Condos and shit, and she just wanted everybody to know how much money she was paying and all this and that, and oh, you know, she bought a BMW and also Amber was a show-off. Now, this is the type of person Amber was. Plus, her parents were well off too. So whether they helped her with her renting out or whether she was doing it independently, don't know, and I really don't care. But you could clearly see that Tish was nothing but a puppet. She would say, "Oh, Tish, do me a favor, be a doll and go to the soda machine for me and get this and that. Oh, Tish, do that." She just, and it's like, I've never, ever once heard her say, "Man, go get it your damn self. They'll run off your legs." And no, everything was, "Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, sure, Amber. Yeah, right." She would come to work showing Amber like things, pictures of her dog, you know, her parakeet, this, that, whatever. And Amber, "Oh, you should buy them. Let me show you something. Yeah, get rid of that thing. This is the leash I got for my dog. Oh, yeah, and this and that. Oh, this costs X amount of money, or this." Oh, she was just one of these people. I really don't see how Tish looked at Amber and didn't realize Amber's not treating you like an equal. She's treating you like a pet. You're constantly trying to impress her and trying to make her happy. Nobody liked Amber because she was just so stuck on herself, so conceited, and just one of them real, like, nerdy airhead valley girls that try to be something special. You know how much somebody grew up where, I don't know if she was bullied or whatever, and that doesn't always have to be the case. I'm not even saying that's what it was, but like, let's just say somebody grew up, but they're just not someone that people really want to be around. But then that person finds some type of success in something, and then they embrace it, because that's all they really have. That was Amber. So what happens is, like, I remember one day, there's a group of white girls. Listen to this. A group of white girls was telling Tish, she's like, "Tish, why do you hang with Amber?" "Oh, Amber's sweet. She's my friend. She's this and this and this and that." And she looked at they were all looking at her. They're like, "Tish, Amber does not see you as an equal. You don't see that, right?" So what happened was this. The people that did go around Amber was just like Amber. They were always competing with each other. Oh, my condo has X amount of rooms. Oh, mine too. Oh, my BMW has this feature. So yeah, they would show up at each other's functions to see what someone had because they were always competing. So, like example, I remember when Amber was saying they were gonna have a sleepover. Oh, we're gonna have like a movie sleepover night, kind of like a slumber party sleepover night. We'll put it on the big screen and we'll do this, that. We'll have a la carte and we'll have sushi and steak and lobster and all this shit. Just running her mouth, right? So she talking about this is an invite only. Like this is how arrogant she was. Oh, this party is invite only, invitation only, right? So Amber invites Tish. Tish is the only black girl there. And I swear to you, one of the white girls said, Tish, be honest. Were you like pouring drinks for people and doing favors? Yeah, I help Amber out. She's my friend. It's like, Tish, what is wrong with you? Like, Tish, look at me. Like, Tish, this is white girls telling her this, not black girls. Not black dudes, white girls. Amber does not see you as an equal. If you ever say no to her, I'll guarantee you she'll start treating you like shit even more. But she'll be openly more rude to you. You don't see it. It's like, Tish, you're nothing but an errand girl to her. You're a pet to her. When someone says something like, oh, my dog leashed a collar. Oh yeah, that alone costs $300. So, that thing you got for your dog, it's. I know it's like where you live. They don't have like the high end stores like out here where I am and stuff. That's the type of person she is, right? They're really looking at Tish with this like sincerity, like this, like you really don't see this girl for who she is, right? And I remember one day. There's a laundromat they had out there. I didn't live out there. I used to work out there. I had this 24-hour laundromat. So I knew the next day I was on a 2-week vacation. I'm up, I'm chilling. One of my friends was with me. So we at this laundromat, right? Now, here's the thing, right? Tish is up there. She's doing laundry. And we're talking. And she, I always got along with her. I don't mind people's business. She's talking. She literally calls Amber while we're talking, and she goes, you tell her that I was there, and why doesn't he come to my parties? I didn't. Oh my God, I must give him an invitation, right? So check this out. I hear Tish say to Amber on the phone, Amber, what do you want me? What kind of detergent do you use for, like, your white clothes? Like, okay, no. Listen to me, honey. This is what she said. Like, talking to her like she's a little kid at the same fucking age. Same position, everything. She's telling her whatever detergent she used. She says anything that's like pink, yellow, like lavender, like light colors, you can wash them with the dark clothes. Anything that's all white, she said, I want you to put a touch of whatever the fuck in it and bleed. And I'm like, you're washing this bitch clothes for her? Wow. Now, here's the crazy thing. The building that they lived in, they had the little walk-in laundry room. You got your dryer and how they made into one. And she had, anyway, she sends her to the laundromat though. You're washing her drawers, her clothes, and it was like, and I'm sitting here looking at her, and I'm just staring at Tish, and she's like, what? I just shook my head, like, and I know deep down inside she felt like, damn, he probably put two and two together. Like she didn't realize this is how open she was about being so loyal to this chick. And I just said, let me ask you a question. Because she starts trying to explain things and people don't know that Amber's sweet. Amber, I said, let me ask you a question. I said, has Amber ever done this for you? Well, I never asked her to. I said, no. What has Amber ever done for you? things that you do for her, what have she ever done for you? Well, we ride to work together. I said, Tish, what the fuck has Amber ever done for you that you do for her? Stop trying to answer the question by dodging what I'm saying. She couldn't even think of shit. And she didn't know what to say. I'm like, what the fuck happened to you? Like, Tish, I said, I'm not saying this to insult you. I'm saying this because it's true. And you need to snap the fuck out of it. You are an attractive, dark-skinned, long-haired airhead. And you don't understand what the fuck is happening right now, do you? You really don't get it. At that point, I just started talking to her. And I said to her, if you was to ever, the same thing the white girls tell her, if you ever, some of the same stuff. But I said, if you ever tell this chick no, if you ever stood your grounds with her, you guys would become enemies. I said, this chick is conceited as fuck. She likes to have everything for herself. And she uses you. I don't know what it is with you, but there's no way that everybody else can see it and you can't. How were you raised that you don't see this? Now let's fast forward past that. Somebody made a comment one day and said, I know, Tish got her eyes on Aries. I see the way you be looking at him. I see how you be biting your bottom lip when he not looking. But why are you so scared to talk to him? Right? This is what was said to her. I wasn't there. I was told. Everybody said that when she said that to her, she said that Tish starts to say, I don't know, like she's like explaining, hey, I don't know, I don't know what to say to him and this and that. And that Amber cuts her off and you could never have Aries. No, you're not his type. I can tell. Like he's quiet. He's to himself, but he's athletic. He's sexy. He's buff, and I can tell he's very freaky. You're more like the goody two shoes. You need someone that's more lead. You're like the little school girl, just la 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 skipper. This is what she's saying, and to my understanding, Tish never fired back at her. She listened as if this was useful information. Then she goes, plus, no, because that man is so attractive, and if I ever decided, because me and some guy she was dating that was there, but he wasn't there, and he traveled, and she was like, if I ever get to the point where I can just get him out of my fucking life, I will be having sex with him, and shit, I have a waterbed. This is what she's telling her. I'm controlling you. I'm telling you who to date and who not to date. This is how she treats her, right? I can remember one day we were sitting there, I'm looking at it. I say to Tish, no, she says to me, are you interested in Amber? I said, I'm not interested in shit. Just like that. Apparently, Amber says something to Tish, and I guess in my regard or whatever, and then she goes, he said he's not interested in anyone here. It's like, what did you say? It's like, oh, I just asked him, was he interested in you? Because why the fuck, oh my God, why would you say that? I don't need you to talk for me. Oh my God, you talk too much, Tim. I'm sorry. She kept apologizing to her. So when I get worried about this, I'm like, yeah, it got to the point where I just couldn't. It's like, I'm not trying. It's not one of these things when I see her, I got to talk to her every time and tell her. No. I'm just like, I don't get this chick. She's, oh, well, Amber, please don't be mad. All of this shit. This chick went out. She bought Amber a fucking ankle bracelet. This is a peace offering. Put it on her and everything. and told her, I love you like a sister. I would never do anything to upset you. I just was, because I think, if I can't have them, then why not my sister, and this and that. I just was wondering, because, I know you said this and this and that, right? I was told Amber put her hand on top of Tish's head, looked at her and said, you don't know any better. I get that. I forgive you, okay? And this ankle bracelet is to die for. You didn't go broke, did you? Because I know this costs a lot of money. And she told her, no, I still have money, but there's no price on friendship. Rubbed her top of her head and said, you're so sweet, but you're so silly. What am I going to do with you? This is how she's talking to her. Well, it turns out that some guy that Tish started dating, Amber did the whole, I got to give him the test, and, everything. Oh, he's not your type. Oh, this, that, blah, 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 whatever. And basically invite them over. The complex they live in had a pool and downstairs, had a pool room. They go down to the pool. Of course, Amber's in her thong, and and basically, she put her feet up on this guy's lap and was like, "Be a doll to massage my feet, please." And he did it, and Tish didn't say a word. She allowed it like it was, right? He massaged her back. And ultimately, Amber ended up having sex with this guy. I don't know about that, not that same night or whatever, but if it was the first time, but she told it to her face, Tish, I did this for you. Any guy that's going to screw around behind your back isn't for you. I saved you heartache. He's not for you. Besides, it was just sex. I've never in my life seen someone like Tish. I've seen a lot of people similar to her. I've never heard a story like this and seen a story like this, like the things that they would tell me, the things I saw with my own two eyes, and I've never seen somebody so dedicated. Here, like what I'm saying, in our era of time, where I'm saying you're free, right? You're not a slave, right? You're not shackled at the wrists, at the ankles. Why are you restraining yourself? You're shackled up in here. This is true stories I'm telling you. And I just never understood how this woman, how she allowed that. Well, I can remember the day that Amber stopped working there. And I remember she literally called Tish and told Tish she wasn't feeling well. She needed her to leave work early to come and nurse her back into good health. And this fucking chick literally pretended she didn't feel well. Left, went to go take care of Amber. I was told that she have given Tish foot rubs. I was told that they had these little get-togethers and shit, and then she will, Tish, come here, be a doll. She gives the best foot rubs. That she would sit there and massage the feet of her friends. And I'm saying to myself, you know something, man? I won't be shocked if Amber has ever called her a nigger. I won't be shocked if any of that, right? But one of the things that I also was told, and actually Tish herself, okay? Tish herself told me. She said that Amber, when she would talk to her, she said like things with some of her friends were kind of cold to her. And she said that one of her friends actually said, "Oh my God, if you're gonna rub my feet, rub it like you like it. You're like, you scared to touch them. My feet are clean." She said that this chick took her foot, put it on her faces, and smelled them. They smell delicious, don't they? Okay, rub them like you, do it right. She said Amber looked at her and said, "Come on, Tish, Show him what you got, babe. You know what you're doing. Your hands like heaven on my feet. Show her you know what you. She said that one day, and I'm just that part alone. But Tish, out of her own mouth, said a couple of Amber's friends was like kind of like cold shouldering her, and one of them said to her, "You got all that big butt, those big tits, and like no brains whatsoever. Like, what's like? How did you meet Amber? What do you like? Why are you even around here?" She said when she talked to Amber, she said, "Amber, I don't know what I did to your friends, but they're being like rude to me." She said, Amber said, "What did they say?" And when she told her, she said, Amber says, "Just ignore them. They, Anyway, you're here for me, and this and this and this." And I'm just like, what the like. And I remember one time she talked to me about that, and I just said to her, I said, "Do you hear yourself right now?" And I said, "Let me ask you something. How many black friends do you have?" She said to me, Amber is the only friend she have, and none of the black girls that she know like her. I said, "What black girls do you know? What do you mean?" I'm like, "Tish, are you ashamed of who you are?" She goes, "No." I said, "Do you know, are you one of those black women that wish she wasn't black?" She goes, "No." Well, no. I said, "So what is it that you have against black people? That, like, what is it?" "No, I don't have anything. It's, well, where I live at, this and this." Like, and I'm listening to her, and she's one of these people that you feel bad that she's such an airhead and don't realize it. But at the same time, feeling bad is not going to change her situation. And I'm listening to this woman talk, and I'm saying to myself, I don't think there's no saving Tish. I think Tish is going to be one of these people that go to her grave making excuses for people to do whatever it is they do. And I said, so let me ask you something. Have you ever had black women talk to you and treat you the way Amber does? "Well, Amber's my friend, but I mean, I don't have any, it's kind of like, I don't know, like, it's like, it's just like, I don't know, like, we just never, like, meshed together. It's kind of like, I don't know, because, like, I'm from," where the fucking town she says but she lived in East Orange. Listen to this. East Orange is about a 35 minute drive to Morris Plains, into where we were. I said, "I guarantee you Amber's never came to your house." "No." "Right. She know where you live, right? She know it's a predominantly black, city, and basically she wants nothing to do with that. You've never did. That's it. You know what? You have this inferiority complex. You think Amber's above you. Amber treats you like a fucking child, and she treats you like a little fucking house pet. Next thing you know, she's gonna be, come here, Tish." I'm like, what is, I'm like, Tish, you gotta grow up. Now, like I said, Amber had stopped working there, and at some point, so did Tish. I don't know what happened in the future between those two. Okay? But I do know that it was a couple of times where they said pretty much Tish would do something, and like if Amber didn't like it, she'd get like a little attitude. She told Tish one time, "Look, right now I'm upset with you. I want you to go on your side of the office, stay over there, don't look at me, don't talk to me. When I'm ready to talk to you, I'll talk to you." Right? And I remember this guy walked by, and I know he wasn't lying, and he even took his phone and actually videotaped, like just like little. He said that he was in the office, he came in to check the vents, and that Amber looked at Tish and said, "Tish," she's like, "Yes." "Why do you say yes? Just come see what I want. You know, if I'm calling you, I want something." She walks over there, and Amber pointed down, slid her shoes off, was about to, then said, "No, take my shoes off." Right? And she said, like, "Rip my stockings." "Go ahead, rip them. You know what I want." He said that Amber stood up, slid her stockings off. Right? And he said, he's like, "What the fuck?" Like, I'm thinking he about to get freaky or something. The fuck is like, then, this motherfucker sat there, went in her drawer, pulled out some little thing of oil, and Tish starts rubbing her feet right there in the office. And you know how when you work in the office, everybody get off work, they disappear, then you got people who stay over sometime to get extra work done. So the next day they're caught up, or either maybe they're not coming in the next day, or one of those type of things. And yeah, this place, all kinds of crazy shit used to happen. But this is what I'm saying to you. And I said, I guarantee you this, even if she would do it, I wouldn't be doing it for you. You're not a goddamn masseuse. You're not. This is not your office or something where you like you're working as a masseuse somewhere. This is no damn massage parlor. Amber would never massage your feet. Ever. Ever. Why are you massaging this bitch's feet? See, this mindset right here. Understand something. Slave masters would have sex with slaves that they wanted to have sex with. They forced them into it. Okay? They literally forced them into it. You have people who know you're being disrespected, know you're being, discriminated against, and will just tell you, I'll just ignore them, right? And sport you around like a pet. Had a little maid outfit for her to walk around and to serve her friends, and she's thinking that like she's special to Amber. And when I really just never understood how people could live like that. But I started seeing more and more of this type of behavior. But at that point, I saw nannies. And most of the nannies that I saw, they were either from the South in America, or they were West Indians. And they would come here, and they would live in with a family. They take care of their kids. And it was always a white family. This is just how it always was. And you see them with the kids and taking them to the park and all, whatever. But it was like one of these things where, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, right? It was always one of these things where you never seen a mutual respect. It was, they treated even the kids in the house. They talked to the nanny like the nanny was their peers or something, like they were, kids or something. And I'm looking at this like, first of all, how the hell is it okay with you to have somebody treating you like that? And then two, they have the same exact position, and I don't give a fuck if she was the manager or whatever. Bottom line, you don't run me, you don't control me. I don't care where I work. Anybody I work with know that. You know, boss of mine. You're the fucking manager of this department. That's as far as that goes. But you will respect me, motherfucker. We're not gonna have this, I would never, this is my boss. Only boss I have is me. Simple. And I just sat there and looked at this shit. Like I said, I don't know what happened to them in the long run, but I know I watched this chick use her. I watched her disrespect her. And whenever she would get upset, like I said, she'd come and do something like that. And I even heard Amber got on her fucking, Tish got on her knees at one of the parties talking about, do you want me to rub your feet, Amber? Yeah, oh, just be a doll, right? And one of the girls did this shit on purpose. I know this was on purpose. When somebody take a video of you, right, and then send it to multiple people, what's the purpose of that? They're sharing this so everybody can right? So at her birthday party, it's the same thing. She had her little thing with her, the people she wanted to come over. And like I said, the only people that was around, they were all the same. They were always competing. So the thing was this, right? They never invited Tish to come, like if it was at some other person's party or something or whatever, or she'd be, give her a chance, this and that, and she's a good girl. Like she's talking down on her, talking about her like this is just the natural order of things. Clearly came from a racist ass family. And then when I learned about Amber's family, she had KKK members in her family. The reason that she was disconnected from her family was because there was a Spanish guy that used to give her rides to work. Now, Amber was one of those white girls that was racist, but had a thing for screwing men that wasn't white. It's just one of those taboo things. She was definitely one of those people. And the thing was, she knew she could do that shit with Tish. One day, I remember she said something to this one chick. This chick used to work in the kitchen. This chick cursed out. She told, "I'll beat your fucking bitch. I'm not motherfucking Tish. I'll beat the fuck out you." And oh my God, like Amber gets all scared and throwing her hands up. She got her mushed her and everything. And told her, "Call the cops, do it. I'll beat you. Don't you ever fucking call me girl again. Well, fuck you think you are. You know what the fuck my name. Say my name, bitch. Shaniqua." You know, one of those things. "I'm sorry, I hit me." Like, see, this is when I look at things and go, your own people think you're wrong when you stand up against people like that. Because even Tish didn't, "Well, I don't know why she got so angry. Amber was just saying," and I'm like, why do you be making excuses for this bitch? Nobody liked Amber. Nobody. The video they sent was her massaging her feet, right? However old Amber was at the time, one of the girls goes, "Well, check this out." One of the girls say, "If you were a real friend, you do what you're supposed to do." He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, you're supposed to." She's like, "Wait a minute, right? Now, let me show you how, this is what Amber does." We already know Amber just used her. She didn't see her as an equal. She had the master mentality, and she know that, you know, Tish had a house niggas mentality. The friend says, "I'll show you." They're like, "Come here, Amber." She's like, "Oh my God." Like she, it's like when somebody's pretending they don't want you to do something, but they really do. They took a piece of cake. They took Amber's toes. They smushed the cake on her toes and was like, as a good friend, that, come on. First of all, you're supposed to kiss her feet the amount of times that hurt. So whatever age she was. And they said, they're telling them, do it. They're recording this. So many people had this video. They watched Amber sit there, smile, staring at her. "Well, you heard him. Get to work, babe. Get to work. You know, right? Show him your step." And she sat there and licked and sucked icing and cake and whatever off of her feet. And then, "Come on, get in between the toes." That's right. Come on, right? Step. Wait. They're putting it all on her soles. Come on. And they do it. And they're all recording this. And now none of them worked there. Just Amber and Tish. But who you think was the one sending different things to different co-workers, and what was the purpose of this, right? And when I saw this shit, I'm just like, wow. And this is where I said, I think she probably had this chick doing sexual favors for her and everything else. Who knows what else she had this chick doing? I don't know. And I really, just watching this, I'm looking at her. If you're not familiar with East Orange, New Jersey, it's now predominantly West Indians, black people. Okay, bottom line overall, just right, and it's been like that for some time. Morris Plains is mixed up. There's a lot of junkies out there. You see a lot of interracial relationships and all whatever, but it's very racist out there as well. And the fact of the matter is, she wanted nothing to do with her black lifestyle. She wanted nothing to do with coming to her neighborhood, coming to her place. No, this is a chick that take off work to go do whatever Amber wants her to do. She would go shopping with her. If Amber gets an attitude with her, I'll just go buy this bitch an ankle bracelet, then go kneel down and put it on for her. She's rubbing her feet. I mean, are you serious? And I saw this, y'all. And then I started to understand and realize, and I started hearing stories from different people. My elders would tell me things about stuff that they seen, like just, this is something that's been going on, and it's a mindset that people have. And once again, let me say, like I said in the other previous videos, when I would hear black people say, if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going. We are going to become lost people. You see what's happening right now? Yes. So my thing is, all of these things were already taking place. Now we're in an era of time where everything hits the internet, so everybody can see these things. It's already been going on. And she did all of these things. And I'm saying, wow. This is a chick in Tish that said her last boyfriend was too freaky. He always wanted her to suck on things, and like, I don't do those things. Wait. So let's just look at it for what it is. So Tish, you wouldn't give a blowjob to your black boyfriend, but you'd suck on Amber's white feet. Yeah, I told y'all I had a story to tell y'all. True story, right? Yeah. And this mentality has been going on forever. See, part of separation mentally, black men, black women, you see this. It's like when you hear me say, there's nothing that I won't take from a black woman that I'm going to take from some other woman of another ethnicity or whatever. No way. I don't take shit from nobody. But you have these people that have that mentality. They won't open up the door for their black woman, but they'll open up for a woman of another ethnicity. They don't treat their black woman like their wife, but they'll treat a woman of another ethnicity much better. Vice versa with the black woman. I won't do it for you, but I do it for him. I act real ghetto and ignorant in front of you, but not in front of him and his family. I do it in front of your family too, but not his. No, I don't want him to see who I really am and leave me. Oh yeah. So this stuff has been going on. And this is what I witnessed with my own 2 eyes and 2 ears. Myself. And the stories that, everything. And people was talking, and and this is what I'm saying, when the white girls are telling her, Tish, please, honey, wake up. Wake up. Amber is not looking at you like an equal. Look at how she treats you. She treats you like a pet. She's done everything except put a leash on your neck and pull you around like you're a puppy. Stop hanging with her. She's not your friend. And this chick would defend, but no, she's not like that. She just didn't get it. And my understanding of Tish was that nobody did anything to her in her neighborhood. She's just a person that just don't feel comfortable. Like she it's like she knows she's an airhead. She probably say things and people will laugh at her, right? So even when Amber said, "Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so sweet. Like, what am I gonna do with you?" Playing like how people do little kids, grab your face, what I'm gonna do with you. But like, to her, that signs of affection, of a friendship. Maybe she got some sick fetish in her head. I don't know. I never understood that. But this you see happening now, to where even where you see situations, like I said, where black people don't mind spilling blood from each other, but they will not treat people of other ethnicities with that same disregard, that same disrespect. And I don't understand how right now in 2026, all of these so-called OGs, how the fuck you an OG and you don't drop no gems on this younger generation? You don't speak up about what's wrong with this younger generation. You don't put your foot down and make it known what the facts are. Now y'all want to fit in, blend in, want to be the old cool nigga. How are you talking about you pro-black and you stand up for what's black, and all you do is go along whichever way the wind blows? That's the way we go that day. Don't go against the grain. Y'all a bunch of 48 laws of power ass abiding, scared Sambo ass motherfuckers who don't understand what the truth is and what's really real. Y'all don't stand for anything. We don't even know our own history as black people as a whole. We don't know nothing. These black people, excuse me, y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't represent me. I said I'm going to continue to say these, and this was some years ago. But even now, what I'm saying is, you see, it's the same thing. Or you look just like me. Yeah, I'll shoot you. oh, he don't look like us. We can't shoot them. We got, hey, man, we don't. Yeah. I watched that. I heard that. I seen all of this. Listen to all of this. And here is a woman, live amongst black people, go out of her way to go up there and be mistreated. And this is the thing. So you sitting up here talking about how you don't have any friends. And when I asked what do you have against black people, it's crazy how here come you in a room. You're the only black person in there. And they suggest that you lick and suck cream off of Amber's feet. Even if they would have swung that way, what that have to do with you? And then they was calling her a lesbian. I'm not a lot of people say that. I'm not a lesbian. I don't date. You sit here and suck cake and whipped and cream and icing off of a woman's feet, and you're a woman. What the hell do you mean? No, it was just a gesture. Like, we were just having fun. And notice none of them did it, but they all recorded you. She don't even understand the humiliation. And I said, I think deep down inside, this Tish might have, like I said, some little sick fetish in her head. Maybe I don't get it, man. I really don't get it. You know, if you guys ever saw this episode of Happy Days when there was a black guy that was on there and him, Fonz, and somebody else went into a restaurant and they ordered some coffee, they wouldn't serve them because the black guy was with them. Fonzie stood up for the point of, hey, we'll leave after we have our coffee and this and this and that. And then finally the waitress got tired of the manager bossing her around and telling her not to serve black people. So she started saying her to put her 2 cents in it. Okay, so they got their coffee, then they left. Now, Fonzie ends up being the hero, and so does the waitress, because Fonzie stood up to the police came and everything. And the police was even like, well, hey, they don't want you here and that, right? So, yeah, and I'm saying, do you guys realize it's been in our movies, our TV shows, it's been in the cartoons? Yeah, go back and watch this Bugs Bunny shit, all the big lip black people, and all that. Yeah, it's been forever. It's not new. This shit has been going on. The difference in now versus some years ago is there was a point in time where we wasn't having that shit. After them riots in Newark in the 60s and all that shit happened, our generation that came after all that, we was like, nah, we don't fear that shit. We used to ride with police. We used to ride with, oh yeah, we had so much shit, man. We had, and it was so fucked up because I remember before I became a teenager, we were fighting grown ass men. And this was just racist acts that they would, like, calling us jigs, niggas. Nah, we was busting their asses and they were grown ass men. When we got to the point where the more blacks moved in, the whites moved out. And the crazy part was, all of a sudden, you got all the Haitian people coming, all the Jamaican people coming, all the Africans, the Guyanese, the Trinidadians, you know, the Guyanese Indians, everybody, all these different people, the Mexicans, all these, the Puerto Ricans, everybody. And all of a sudden now, all the people of color can't get along. So I've watched us deal with racist white people to dealing with racist black people. And I used to just sit there and shake my head like, I don't get this shit, man. I don't get this shit. And you travel, you see neighborhoods where nothing but Jewish people, nothing but Amish people. They ain't not out there going to war with each other. These motherfuckers out here putting people to work, owning this business, own that business, own that gas station, own that laundromat, own that school, own that bank over there, own that, yeah, it's the supermarket, everything, man. Everything. Everything. We don't do that though. Our claim to fame is street beef, selling drugs to get ahead, becoming rappers or athletes or some shit, and then sitting up telling everybody, oh, you know, I ain't know my father. You know what I'm saying? My mom was working by herself, and it's like, so she had to go to work. So I'm out there running the streets, you know what I'm saying, making money and shit. Then, like, mom said, keep me out, because, like, she found guns and drugs in the house and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Cops came and raided my shit, you know, and then this and that and that and this and that. And this is the only stories that you hear coming from black people. And that's the picture that they paint of us, the picture that black people paint of us. And that's what people think of us. That's how we, all of us wasn't drug dealers and gangbangers. A whole lot of us, myself included, was having beef with drug dealers and gangbangers. And was whooping their asses and was standing our grounds and was not backing down from not one motherfucker. So all of this talk about when you in this environment, that's all it is. Nah. I'd rather go find work. I'd rather go find something to do. Hey, let's hit the beach. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Hey, let's go to the amusement park. Let's go. Right, we chilling. Y'all out here shooting and killing and going to jail and basically fucking your lives up. And I know the police looked at us all like we were the same. No matter how different you was from everybody else around. Nope, you're all criminals as far as we're concerned. And for me to have the upbringing that I did and see the things that I saw, and hear this ignorant conversation that goes on today. No progression. Everything is about individual success, not us as a people. Nobody cares about us as a people, not even our own people. And this is why I say there's a huge disconnect, because the real ones know these black motherfuckers don't represent us. And people like Letitia, gay people like Tish, that mindset is so deeply rooted to where when black people are sitting up here trying to explain to racist people, calling them niggas and coons and boy, how we not all the same. I'm a good black guy. I don't care what you are. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want you around me. Telling you to your fucking faces. Yet they're not found laid out in the street, leaking all over the pavement. They're not being covered in white sheets and hauled off on a gurney. Nah, shots are not being fired in their neighborhoods or at them. Nope. It's only us against us. And we are the only race of people on the face of this earth that people coined the phrase black on black crime. And we know why they threw that shit back at us, because this is black people complaining about police brutality and racism, and they gonna look at what you niggas doing to each other. That's all that is, because Chinese people kill each other all the time. Japanese people, you go to any of these countries, Hungarian people, who's killing who? Ain't none of us over there. No, you ain't never heard Russian on Russian crime. German on German crime, Asian on Asian crime, white on white crime, Latino on Latino crime. You ain't never heard those phrases, just black on black. And when they say that, they're not talking about Guyanese, they're not talking about Haitians, they're talking about Africans, they're not talking about Jamaicans, they're talking about blood clot American. Yankee boy, that's what they're talking about. Black Americans. But yet, everybody want to tell our story and try to tell us who the fuck we are and what we are. And y'all okay with that. Y'all just sit back and ignore it. Shake y'all head and pray to your imaginary God that things change. How long you niggas gonna walk around here praying for something that's never gonna happen? You be the change. The only thing that's going to change is you being the change. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to lay your head and plant your feet where you're not welcome. Man, hopefully the real ones understand this story, and I'm pretty sure you do. It's something to build on. It's something to really keep in the mental Rolodex, because we got sons and daughters, you got nephews, nieces, sisters, brothers, everything, or whatever. You know, it's gonna be a whole generation after us, man. Like, if I'm dead and gone and people watch these videos, if this shit could help make change, I'll be dead and won't know anything about it. Well, hopefully, while I'm still here, and even after I'm not here, if YouTube continues to be a thing and somebody can see this shit, man, hopefully people can grow on this shit and realize there's a whole lot going on. And I know this, like I got sons, for example, right? My sons have kids, then they're gonna, right? For their kids, I'm not even gonna meet those people. And that's the fucked up thing about life, is because you don't know who's who. I've never met unless you have grandparents that's like 28 years old, because your 12-year-old daughter went out and got pregnant. Your 12-year-old son went out and got another girl, 12-year-old, 13-year-old girl pregnant. Yeah, other than that, yeah, you never really meet your great-grandparents. So, yeah. Rare. But, I just wanted to, give y'all this. These are gems, these are jewels. This is real shit that I witnessed, man. And when you realize how much of this is going on right now, man, and also I want to say this before I close out, man. Look at the people. Look at the people around you. Look at how they treat you. Look at how they treat other people. when you have different ethnic groups involved, just look at how everybody changed all of a sudden. Man, I remember I used to watch these old movies, man, and I would see like Black Belt Jones lay down there in what they call it, the hip pocket or some shit like that, hip pocket, whatever, the bar when they down there playing pool. They stepped to the 3 black dudes that went down there that was fighting against the motherfuckers putting drugs on the street and all that. Remember that? But then the 2 Italian dudes, old ass motherfucker, tuna sale, tuna sale, right? Oh shit, big tuna. They back there punking the motherfucker. 2 fucking old ass Italian men come walking in. The other one wasn't so old, but the one for sure. They walking in and they like, nah, they treating all these black dudes like they little cowards, like they're just soft, like, you know, coming in your shit. But nah, they had no problem fighting each other, calling each other niggas and or whatever, same thing. And I remember I said to my father, why these black dudes are scared of these old white men? Like what is it about? Like what? Because you realize when things happen, you look back, you've been seeing this ever since you was a little kid, man. And this is a movie, and I'm like, And you know, I used to tell my father, because I think like every era, see the next generation coming up, they label them as defiant, rebellious. No, here's what it comes down to, right? My father's generation, that whole generation was trying to put fear in us to keep us from, they feel like if we had fear, it would keep us from saying something that they afraid might get us killed by a racist cop or something or whatever. We ain't give a fuck. We wasn't scared of these motherfuckers, and we like, nah, fuck that, man. They're not gonna do us like they did your generation. And I didn't understand my father, because my father was no coward. I seen my father get busy several times, and my father had hands like a motherfucker too. And so I didn't understand that shit. Now he always told me to defend myself, but at the same time he tried to put that fear inside of me. And that shit ain't, nah, I got no fear in me. I ain't afraid of no motherfucker. And I remember just listening to my pop talk and listening to them. They always felt like they knew everything about the world, and there's always something to learn. One of the things that we saw, especially if your parents came from the South, or they came from the West Indies, where they had any situations where, like, if they like I hear different stories, but like if they've experienced like white people in a dominant role some type of way, they all say the same things. They have this thing like, yeah, when they come around, like for example, if you have hotels in Jamaica, Trinidad, or somewhere, right? And let's just say, for example, you come to find out that hotels on those beaches, some of them are owned by white Americans. And then they have all these different properties that they own in different places, right? And it's always like they get the credit for some shit. Like that, like even like when you see those commercials, the starving kids in Africa and all that, right? Who's always the one talking? Just 25 cents a day can help a child, right? Somebody white in a black country, teaching them about their Jesus, teaching, right, all their customs, all of that. Serena Williams builds a school in Africa. They had a little documentary about it and all that, but who talks about it right now? You understand what I'm saying? So it's always the same thing, man. Always the same things. But I thought this was something deep to talk about, man, because it's symbolic of what's happening right now. We forgive everybody and make excuses for everybody that's racist, that we know don't care for us, don't treat us like equals, but we'll tolerate them. But we'll put something hot in each other. Plain and simple. Anyway, talk to me in the comment section, y'all. This is all I got for y'all. I'll catch you guys on the next video.